How are your worlds? Yeah. Whoop whoop. Okay, if it's not whoop whoop, that's good too, you know. Um, Sometimes change is like, not that pleasant. So, everything is included in consciousness, nothing is judged. It is what it is. And realize that you can turn everything into a possibility. That's the pragmatic approach, where you turn every pile of shit into something that expands or expandles your life. Okay, it's just changing your perspective. And it's funny, I'm already diving into the deep stuff. I can't help it. I'm a galloping kind of girl. So one of the things that I wanted to introduce today is the different perspective we have with being pragmatic, which is whenever something smells like poo, when something is not the way you would like it to be, then if you don't have a point of view about it, you can turn it into a wonderful possibility. Okay, so we know your point of view creates a reality. And if you don't avoid anything anymore, and you can be with everything, that's where true freedom starts. Okay, so what are you avoiding that if you wouldn't avoid it would set you free? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. So what are you avoiding that if you didn't avoid it would set you free? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Great, chat is on. Helena's writing judgments, avoiding judgments. Okay, so in this case, so Selena writes judgments, and you really got to look at how you're functioning, because we're all different, thank God. So Selena's saying, I'm avoiding judgments, and she could ask herself, and I'm going to do it for her because she's translating, am I really avoiding judgments? Is this really mine? Or am I aware of other people avoiding judgments? Because Selena is someone who's done this stuff for a long time. I'm going to talk about her in the third person, which I usually don't do, but I do it now because she translates. So Selena has done this for a long time. So how aware are you that is expanding every day, where you haven't caught up with acknowledging how aware you are today? And everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, men. It's like your awareness grows every day by choice, by doing what you do with these tools. But you gotta update your acknowledgement. You gotta update your acknowledgement. So if you say, I'm avoiding judgments, am I really avoiding judgments? Or is it that I'm aware of other people avoiding judgments? Because I'm just, with Selena especially, I'm asking her if it's really hers, because I know her and I know how she allows herself to be in the world. She's someone that really allows herself to be crazy happy and different. And, are you really giving a shit about judgments? Or are you sometimes pretending that it would be proper to maybe give a little bit a shit of a judgment? So the second one. Okay. Yeah. So everything that is, everywhere you've decided it's yours, will you destroy and uncreate it? And it's not only you. Some of you have the same going on. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. So if you say, I'm avoiding judgments, am I really avoiding judgments? Or am I pretending that judgments are true for me, or that I care about them? Oh, who am I being when I care about judgments? So if this is something you want to do with, using the tools and being the, working with this pragmatic practitioner thing, really, like, if something is not totally light, it's not what it is. You know, don't settle for heaviness. Don't settle for heaviness. You know, if something is heavy, it's not true. Don't stay there. Ask some questions so you get beyond it. So if you say, I'm avoiding judgments, and there's not a total, like, okay, yeah, oh, that's what it is. Oh, gosh, that's so much light. I'm avoiding judgments. If it's that, great, then you have opened up a new space of acknowledging what's going on for you. But if it's not totally, it's probably some lie there that's not really what it is. And that's where you want to keep on asking questions, so you get to the lightness, so you get to what's really going on and what's true and what's light. And you can do this with you and with other people. Other people, you know, they're not always so open for going there so fast as you are, probably. So this might take longer when you work with other people, but at least when you do it with you, you can go, that's not totally light. So for example, this morning we went horseback riding. There's a new place Paul found, 5 minutes from the castle, where you can go horseback riding. And it's the terrain. Is this an English word? The terrain, the ground, the place, the track. Yeah, isn't that a French word, terrain? No. Anyway, so it's, yeah. Thank you.
It would be terrain.
Terrain. A terrain. I was galloping on a terrain today. Yes, on a terrain. It's like a German-French horrible mixture. A terrain. So, and this terrain, it was very like dirty and how do you say, like machic, like, you know, dirty and you know, there was water. Muddy, yes, muddy. And so, you know, this was the first time I was on that particular horse. And so, you know, and I had this energy in my world, and I kept asking, what is it? What is it? What is it? What am I aware of? And so it was lighter. It was beautiful, a wonderful ride, really amazing. And then I realized when we started to go a bit faster that horse was a bit jumpy, you know. So there was a little thing, and it jumped over. And I haven't really ever jumped with a horse, you know. You know, and after riding a while, and I used the tools, I pot and pocked the myth and the archetypes. I asked, who does this belong to? You know, what am I aware of everybody who's ever been riding this horse? And then at the end of the ride, because it changed a little bit, but it didn't change totally. And I'm someone who, I'm not settling down for even the slightest heaviness. That's something I learned to do. I'm not going for heaviness. That's not my thing. You know, I'm not, oh, it's a little bit heavy. I can tolerate it. It's fine. You know, for me, it's not fine if it's a little bit heavy, because I know that's not me. You know, I know that's not how expansive and nurturing and light the world can be. So when it's not that energy, I keep on asking questions until I get to that space of lightness. So I use the tools on myself, even in horseback riding, especially there. And so, okay, there was a little bit of the heaviness left, and I'm like, what is it? What is it? Hey, what is it? Universe, Earth, could you please show me, like, what is it really? And so the horse, we were going uphill, and the horse made a little doo-doo, you know, and something in my stomach, like, you know, when you go doom-doom, your stomach goes doom-doom too. And something in my body changed. So I'm like, you know, it was this orgasmic energy. And I'm like, oh, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. And nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And I realized that heaviness, what it actually was an unacknowledged joy. And yeah, joy. And I don't have words for the other energies, you know? So really, if like if you keep asking questions and it's not changing, and you ask, who does this belong to? Pod and poc this, pod and poc that, interesting point of view this, and it doesn't change. You can ask, like, what is the beautiful energy beneath it? What is the beautiful energy beneath it? And or everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be, you know? And it was exactly the opposite of, okay, there it is. There's the space I know is possible, and what else is possible beyond it, you know? So this is an example of how it could show up